Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Legacy United. This is Cyberverse Universe Slipstream figure. So we are of course going to compare to the original owner of the mold. We're also going to bring in some other Decepticon seekers and some other figures just to give you an idea of how big she is and how well she scales. And of course we'll see how she looks with her accessories and how you can use them in both modes. Now before we get started, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if I'd hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. And also again to thank In Demand Toys, which is where I purchased this from, and as you can see they got her to me very quickly and safely. Right, I've already preempted this just to speed things up a little bit. I've just cut off the tassels, and to be honest I wish I hadn't, because I like to do first impressions like this, and I was just genuinely stunned when I took her out of the box and noticed that that's like a metallic reflective colour on the bottom of her legs, on the calves, and that I genuinely was really surprised with that. So that's what I want to get across now. It is stunning and it looks reflective, and I'm hoping that this camera is doing it a bit of justice, because she looks, these especially just look incredible. You can see I need to correct the feet anyway just to get her to stand. Is she going to stand for me? Yep, there we go. We also want to look at the packaging, because the packaging, they've just really sorted out the packaging, I think, over the last few years. They just look incredible. The artwork on the boxes is again insanely good. We've got the accessories here all wrapped up, still in the Autobot paper. I know this confuses people, but that seems to be the only stuff they've got. I haven't seen any Decepticon papers anywhere at all. I think they genuinely do only have Autobot tissue paper. So yes, I know that she is of course not an Autobot, but there you go. Right, let's fold this into there. And there is, because she was packaged in robot mode, there is the alternate mode. There's the lovely bust of her, which of course has a very, yeah, you can definitely see the Starscream looking head, which I did read that I think a few months back just when she was teased. There's the total body bust, which is great, and we can see it's 15 steps to transform. But you've probably already noticed I've uploaded a tutorial on how to transform her already, just to keep the main length of this video down, and also to help people who perhaps get stuck. And I get a lot of messages from people saying thanks for that, so that's one of the main reasons why I do like to do them separately. Right, let's get the blasters out. Where are they? They look very much like null rays as well, don't they? Very much like null rays, to be honest. Right, first impressions then. Apart from the colours, stunning. Head sculpt, yes, definitely stunning. Wings, of course, these are going to move by themselves. Head will go all the way around. The paint apps on this are fantastic, to be honest. You can just about, can we move this totally out of the way now? You're not going to get this all the way around. It is going to be completely restricted, but you can lift the shoulders. I'm sure, if I remember, with Windblade as well, you can move these independently. I could be wrong. I will find out as I carry on with this review. You do have a swivel at the top of the shoulder. You've got bicep flexion and you've got wrist swivel. There is a waist swivel, which is great. The legs will kick all the way up, just getting caught there on the top of that hip skirt, but they'll go even further back. So you can easily get sort of a split stance anyway. Thigh cut and roll at the top. Knee bend, and as you've seen, I've been messing around with these ankles. There's everything there: toe tap, ankle tilt, rock, everything. It's incredible. Right, the blasters, let me see, because normal seekers, if they get null rays, I think you would pop them into the shoulders, but there's no attachments for that. So it looks like, yep, and the instructions are confirming that it is all handheld. So we will have a look at that in more detail when we come back for the final time and do the comparisons. But for now, first impressions, she looks really good. So here she is in her alternate mode, and wow, again, I know I've already said it in the other part, but I definitely think that this deco's just made a huge difference. I can't believe the difference, to be honest. In fact, let's go straight into looking at just how much better I think she looks than Windblade. Again, the reflective turquoise, teal, whatever color it is just really popping. The fact that you've got the translucent cockpit again in that color, it's just, it really works, and it surprised me, as I say, how good it looks. It's really nice and compact for a deluxe figure, to be honest. Nowhere near as big as your Voyager classes, which I'm going to show you in a second, but I know I say this quite a lot. It is quite surprising how just a lick of paint like this has made a huge difference. Right, let's move her out of the way. You'll see what I mean now about the Voyager class size difference. There's a Metal Hawk figure, which is probably twice the size, to be fair. And then of course we've got to have a pretty much industry standard Seeker sized figure as well, just to give you an idea that yes, it is deluxe, a lot smaller. It's weird actually, she's about half the size, which I wasn't expecting her to be that small at all. Okay, we've got the accessories, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, you might be able to just get them in there. If you, no, you'd have to move the wing. So you probably could do. You would have to move the wing, but of course that would mean you'd have to untab it. But it's not too bad. It's not going to be ideal, to be honest. But let's have a look where they should go. And this is the way they've got it on the packaging as well. So I'm going to... These ports are really, really tight, to be fair. Yeah, that's visible hands on the underside, but not much more, to be fair. All covered up, all tucked away, quite neat. So there she is, like that. And if I'm sure, which I'm pretty sure she is, yep, she is blast effect compatible with the weapons. The only, I suppose, that's a little niggly, tiny little niggly. It's black paint over the translucent blue plastic, but it's not too noticeable, especially not if you cover them up like so. And then if memory serves me correct as well, I'm sure, yep, there we go. There we go. You've got the blast effects blasting literally at the back as well. So there you go. You've got launching sort of effects. You've got these ones on the front. Is there any other 5mm ports? I'm not too sure. What I'm just trying to work out is, could you put these anywhere else? I don't think so. There's no other ports for them, nowhere else for them to go. With regards, as I say, to deluxe size sort of figures, there is your little Jurassic Park Jeep, so you know, easily as big as that, which is good. There's a deluxe wheel jack, so yeah, about, oh, I'm knocking everything over, so no more, well, in fact, probably a bit smaller, oops, than an original Optimus, or in this case, Diaclone cab. Right, I really think that's pretty much covered all of the parts on the alternate mode. I was wondering if you can hold. Yeah, you could put wind blades there as well, could you? Yeah, you could put wind blades weapon. Oh, just in case you were wondering, you could attach that underneath as well if you wanted to. And I suppose if you wanted to as well, you could pop them there, and then, as I say, as I had it at the beginning, to look maybe for some photos, but there's not much more to say. Looks really good. These do still spin around, but of course they are exactly the same color on both sides. But there you go, guys. Let's come back final time, have a look at her, do some more comparisons, but look at her back how she should be in a robot. So we're back for the final time with in a robot mode, and this is good because, as I say, on first impressions, this part here wasn't folded up, which it definitely is now. And also, I didn't really mention the fact that how clever that this is to cover the gap on the back of the carve, so that's really good. So this is pretty much exactly how she should be displayed. Now you can see that tab's just come off slightly. This was folded down when we took her out of the box, but I prefer, as I say, I've said it already a couple of times, it's probably going to be the last time I'm going to say it, I definitely prefer this colour scheme to the original owner of the mold. I just think it works really, really well. I think they've got their own pros and cons, haven't they, really, to be fair? Look at Windblade's head sculpt. You can't argue with that. It's stunning. But there you go. There's the two of them side by side. There's a few subtle little differences apart from the head. I think I read somewhere that the chest, but it doesn't look that the chest is any different to me. I can't remember. I'm sure I read there was a few differences. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin it around, see if anything massively sticks out to me that I've missed. I'm not too sure. But again, I don't mind it when they do redecos like this and they make completely different color schemes, and they just, yeah, just looks really, really good. Right, let's move her out of the way. You could, if you wanted to, you could of course give her that weapon. She can wheel that around, no problem whatsoever. But let's see what she looks like with these. Pop them in her hands like so, and yeah, that's better. And again, this is why I really should practice some decent poses and stuff, because by my own admission, I'm pretty useless. Right, there she is, looking fantastic. She's going to tower over him now. This is the other one. This is one of your other deluxe figures from the same toy line. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm just thinking he's much, much smaller than what he is. So I'm going to bring in Commander Class. I'm still bringing him in, but I'm also still bringing in the Earthrise, because I know not everybody's got Commander Class just yet. So yeah, you know, as I say, what you'd expect, a nice sort of size deluxe figure. These are both different classes, way more expensive, so that's why they're that quite a bit bigger. Here's in fact, there's a Starscream. I've got him ready to bring in purely because, again, a Seeker, and you know, quite similarities with the head sculpt, etc. There's a small deluxe class as well. And what else have we got? To be fair, there's not really much more to show you. That's another crazy colour scheme that will work with that, I think. Not much more to show you about this particular figure. It is, as I say, the Windblade mould. I do prefer the deco on it. I think she looks great. I think I need to watch Cyberverse more to learn more about her. But I'm just going to end it there because, as I say, there's not much more to say. We're used to the mould. The colour scheme works better. And that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Take care.